Hey everybody. Got a special tour video today for you. 6 months on Dynasty SMP. But before we get into all that, I just want to take a second to let everybody know I'll be streaming on December 9th for World Central Kitchen and Thanksmas from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and it would genuinely mean the world to me if you checked out the video on my channel titled Bringing the BuffaLOVE to Thanksmas and share that with all your friends. I'm trying to raise $500 during my stream, and it would be super awesome if anyone that can donate does donate, and if you can't, at least pop in, chat for a while, and hang out. I'm hoping to have some fun ideas planned, play some fun games. I've got Truth or Dab set aside, so you may be able to see me sweat a little bit doing the last dab hot sauce, potentially. Depends. But yeah, again, December 9th from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But enough about my charity endeavors. Like I said, we're 6 months, or a little over 6 months now, on Dynasty SMP Season 2, and I just wanted to do a bit of a tour video and show off everything we've done between then and now, and maybe tease future projects in the back half of the video. If you're just curious to see what I've been building and up to, this is the video for you. It's going to catch you up on everything we've done in the last 6 months. And yeah, give you a nice fresh way to maybe hop into the Dynasty SMP content that I've been doing. So I figured the best place to start was here on Spawn Island, and this is the little Vardo hut that I built for me and Rose, and then the community garden area I set up. So the whole idea behind this was to just make a little Vardo cart. We didn't need anything too big, as you saw when I walked out. It's really quite compact, but it's everything you need to start out in survival. And then we've got a couple of little trinkets here. We've got the first pickaxe, which I made, so it's over my bed. And then Rose was the first person, well, not the first person, but out of the two of us, Rose was the first person to find a diamond. So that literally is the first diamond, because we're cheesy like that. And sometimes having little, tokens and mementos on the walls can kind of spruce up your Minecraft world or your builds. Kind of adds a little bit of a personal touch to it. And I just love how cute Spawn Island is. And we still get new players every once in a while that join, and we encourage them to set up a little starter hut here in the starter area or in Spawn Island. And I just wanted to kind of have like a community garden area, so everybody would have access to all the crops that you kind of struggle to get your hands on in the early game. So now that we've got that out of the way and we've taken a look at the Vardo cart, we're going to hop through the Nether and go to the shopping district, check out the Copper Comb and Jackrabbit Slims, and then we're going to skip through the Nether and take a look at our two tunnels, the one we built for the community stronghold and the one we built for our own personal tunnel, and then we're gonna go and check out Highland Heights, our village. Alrighty everybody, so we just popped through the portal at the post office. This beautiful post office was built by Roan Goose, one of our community members, and I just love that the portal brings you out to the post office, or this portal. Our shopping district is so expansive it actually has three portals taking you to 3 different areas. And currently, our 2 shops, the Copper Comb and Jackrabbit Slims, are up here on the side of the hill in the free build district. So we've got the Copper Comb here, which I love how this came out. It's still one of my favorite builds that I've done here on Dynasty so far, is the Copper Comb. And with the oxidized copper, it looks even better, popping up against the reds and oranges. And then we've got this teal color, which was the plan. If you caught the original video of when I built it, I stated that I was going to let this all oxidize, because obviously it was orange copper to begin with. So it definitely looks different now than it did in that video almost 4 months ago. We built this. And then up here on the hill, if you're a Quentin Tarantino fan, you know that the restaurant that Mia and Vince Vega go to in Pulp Fiction is called Jackrabbit Slim's. It's a diner. It's set in like the 1950s, and I named my Golden Carrot shop after that restaurant, naming it Jackrabbit Slim's, because I am punny like that, I guess. So I really do like how these two came out, and I also think it's funny if you're flying in from like the other side of the shopping district, you just see the rabbit ears over the top of the copper comb, and I think that is pretty hilarious, because it looks like my one shop has bunny ears, and then you realize it's just my other shop. Because, again, as we've already established, I'm corny as hell. So, now that we've quickly checked out those two shops and kind of walked around the shopping district for a second, we're going to head back through the portal again and hop over to Highland Heights and take a look at our refurbished village, and then maybe talk about future plans and take a really quick gander at Dwarfhausen, the mountain project that me and Rose have been secretly working on the last couple of months. So I almost forgot. I said I was going to show off these tunnels we did real quick. Sorry to give you a whiplash, but if you liked my content, you're probably used to the whiplash at this point. So this is the Western Community End Portal Tunnel, which we built as a thank you and as a way to be like the shepherd of the end portal in the Western Tunnel, because it's actually underneath our village, Highland Heights, which is hilarious to me. But I really like this tunnel and how it turned out. I wish I could have used just lighting the netherrack on fire like I wanted. It would have looked a little bit better, but the campfires aren't bad either. But unfortunately, if you caught that video, it kept catching the wood on fire, which is a big no-no. Obviously, we want things to look nice and not catch on fire and all burn down. So I had to switch to those. And then if we pop through the tunnel, or pop through the portal, hopefully it doesn't kill us. There we go. And then we've got the portal room, which I really like how this turned out. I used a few of the purple blocks to kind of denote that obviously this is the end portal. And then you can go completely under it, and you can see the pretty light I recessed in the ceiling there. And then we put lockers, quote-unquote, barrels, and tons of complimentary food for people, and pumpkins if people wanted to wear a carved pumpkin through. And then we've got the respawn bed, little lockers and respawn. I really like how this turned out, because I tried to keep it in the style of the portal room, but I wanted to add kind of my own flair to it and kind of like a rusticness to it, which is where this all came in. So, yeah, I really hope you folks like it, and I hope you're enjoying this kind of quick fire, let's take a look at everything I've built and everything we've done video, because I kind of wanted to just celebrate 6 months on Dynasty by going back through and kind of taking stock of all the things we've built and all the stuff that we've done, because it can kind of give you more motivation by going back through and seeing all the things you've accomplished and all the builds you've done, and it can kind of motivate you and give you ideas or inspire you to do future projects or what the next goal is going to be. And then we've got our personal tunnel here, which I didn't actually show in the video or do anything in the video with this. Mostly because I was sick, and I just kind of wanted to build. So I built this nifty little nether tunnel leading to mine and Rose's area. We're calling ourselves the Griffin Clan, so I figured why not use a lot of greens and oranges and a lot of blacks. And then we're going to pop through our portal here. There we go. Oh, and it's nighttime apparently. So we're here down on the northern shore of our area, what we're calling the Griffin Clan, and you'll see a wool outline there. I am planning a build in what's going to be the seaside village here. I haven't found a name for the seaside village yet, but this is our area, the Griffin Clan territory. I built a big beacon tower up there on the hillside, kind of like Beacons of Gondor, because I love Lord of the Rings. If you've caught literally any of my content, you know that I love Lord of the Rings and I love Tolkien. I did say I was going to tease future projects a little bit, so I guess we're going to do that now. This is our seaside village, or what's going to be our seaside village between our portal and our XP village, Highland Heights, which is over here on the other side of this hill. And yeah, I've got big plans for this over here, which is going to be phase 2. And then the mountain project is phase 3. But we're kind of working on phase 3 before phase 2. But that's partially because a lot of digging had to happen in phase 3. And there's obviously not going to be much digging in phase 2. It's all going to be building facades and buildings. And they kind of go in tandem, one and another. So phase 2 and phase 3 are kind of happening together. Dwarfhausen is phase 3. The unnamed seaside village is phase 2. And I'm really excited to show you guys a nice time lapse with that build. That's laid out there in wool in front of me, because it's the first type of build I've ever done where it's going to be me recreating a building from another video game that I love very much. And that's all I'm going to say on that. You'll have to check that video out if you're curious about that. If you want to check out the other content creators that create stuff here on Dynasty, or any of my other Minecraft friends, you can find them in the channel section on my YouTube channel. Here we have Highland Heights. I absolutely love this village, and it started up here with OG Alley. We claimed this blacksmith shop and this house right next to it and kind of converted it into one building, with like a little patio up there, and I absolutely love it. So we call this OG Alley because it houses our first 6 villagers, which of course were librarians because we needed things like mending and silk touch and efficiency and looting and fortune and unbreaking. That way we could make sure that our tools and armor were going to stay up to snuff. And then our first custom build that I did was this farmer hut for farmers only. So I really like how this lean-to hut came out, and I just like how it turned out. It's funky. Everything in this village is funky. Like, we've got the Herm Hotel here, and the Elytra Agency, which houses our cartographers and our librarians. We've got a little bit of a book depository down there in the basement. This village really, it flourished a lot, especially as I continued to push the hill back to build the Herm Hotel and the Elytra Agency. Things just continued to develop from there. And then we kind of came down here on this hill. Forgot I'm not wearing my Elytra. And we built Trapper John's Army Surplus Store. And I love how this building came out too, because it's kind of an elongated right angle Quonset hut. It's very funky. It's very me, so we've got that. And then if we come down this hill, you'll start to notice the like funky walls and stuff I put through here, and the funky stairwells. And then we come down to the House of Ill Repute, and then we've got this nifty boat we built down here. If I don't kill myself, I gotta trim these vines back. Holy hell, I didn't realize they had gotten that bad. So this is the first boat I've ever built, and it's built to look like a low-bottom river skiff that used to go up and down the Erie Canal, which I'm from Buffalo, New York, so the Erie Canal actually ends right in our city, which was a massive port town on the Great Lakes back in the 1800s and early 1900s. So I wanted to build a little bit of a low-bottom river skiff to house a fisherman. That way I could get sell some fish and get some different tropical fish and stuff from the fishermen. And I really like how this turned out. It's a bit funky, but like I already stated, everything about me is funky. That's why I'm wearing the sunglasses today. So, and then we've got this build here. I love how this turned out, except it keeps getting struck by lightning or something, which makes no sense to me because I've got a bunch of lightning rods up there, so it should be hitting the lightning rods and not catching my wood roof on fire, but here we are. It's still burning my poor wood roof, so I've just stopped fixing it because it keeps getting burnt. So it is what it is. And then we've got our mason hut, or a masonry guild building over there, which is actually vacant right now. So we're over here now in the industrial district, which is about 100 blocks from Highland Heights on purpose. That way when you're in the center of the farming area, the village isn't loaded. Another way to help cut down on lag. So we've got our cactus farm here. I love this cactus farm with the concrete walls. This is one of the first things I built here. So all the farms here in the district are turned off. We've got our wool farm here, which as you can see is turned off. We've got our Jeb sheep because Rose had no idea that this was a thing. She's a newer player. She's only been playing about 2 years. So she didn't know that you could name tag any sheep Jeb with a lowercase slash behind it, and it'll turn into like a Technicolor rave sheep. So we did that in a live stream, actually. I blew her mind. And then we've got the lava house over here, which is our smeltery, and our lava farm, which we never run out of lava. We never run out of fuel. I absolutely love doing lava farms. It's the only way I smelt anything anymore, because it just makes sense. I'm usually smelting a lot of stuff, so you get 100 smeltable items for 1 bucket of lava. Alright, and then over here, we've got our honey house, which has our honeycomb farm in it, which again, these are all off. And I was planning on building a honey bottle farm up in the attic. I haven't yet. I might still at some point. I just haven't had the gumption because I haven't really needed honey bottles yet, or honey blocks yet. And I'm not planning on really selling honey or honey bottles or anything like that. So I just haven't had the gumption, but I really do enjoy how all of these builds turned out. I love how it's kind of got like a city house feel to it, or a townhouse feel to it with the honey house, which was my plan, was to kind of make it feel like a townhouse. Like, yes, it is one interior and it's not cut in half, but theoretically from the outside, it looks kind of like a brownstone townhouse that you might find in, say, like Connecticut or something like that. Maybe parts of Brooklyn or Queens, maybe. Except usually it would be much taller. It wouldn't be like a 2-floor with dormer windows. It would be more like a 3-floor with a flat top roof, and then it would be butted up with other buildings. I'm a little bit of an architectural nerd, not to like a huge degree, but I do like architecture. And this is our bee apiary, which I've actually closed off. If you put trapdoors over them, they can't get out. So this also helps reduce with lag, because it keeps them contained in there. I may actually remove them entirely, but I really don't want to, mostly because I like the look of the apiary with the bees and with the beehives, and it just doesn't feel like a bee apiary if you take out all of the beehives. So I put trapdoors over them to contain them. And then up here we've got our sniffer paddock, where we've got Laverne and Charlie, but it's also a really low functioning pitcher pod and sniffer, or pitcher pod and torch flower seeds. I wanted to call them sniffer seeds, probably because you use the torch flower seeds to breed the sniffers, but I just love these big fellas. I know the community's kind of torn on them. Some community members really like the sniffers like me, and other people don't. I just think they are the goofiest little lumbering mob. And here we are at the end of the video, and also at the beginning of all of the great things to come. So this is Dwarfhausen, or the main chamber and the angled chamber that leads to the northern entrance. It's huge. It's gigantic. It's a giant undertaking. Yes, the entire ceiling is sculk blocks. Yes, this is all in survival. I'm really, really, really proud of everything that we've done already in this space, and we haven't even done any building. As you can see, we've got tons of wool laid out, and I have to lay out even more wool at some point because we have so much going on. This is where the parkour course is going to go. It's going to take up this space, and it's going to be a giant domed parkour course, hanging garden with treasures at the top for you to grab. I've never undertaken a project quite this large, and this is large. This is the largest project I've ever undertaken, and I'm so excited to really dive into the building of something literally this grand, because I've never undertaken anything like this. This is the western entrance. We came in the eastern entrance, and then if we come down this alley here, this is going to be a giant indoor grazing area and animal paddock. I'm not going to like fill it with animals or anything, but along the walls are going to be paddocks for horses and llamas and cows and chickens and piggies and sheepies. This is the builder's archive, which is where we've been housing all of the blocks that we've been getting from our big dig, which is what I've been naming the live streams. We have so much cobbled deep slate and so much stone and other building blocks, and I just can't wait to put them all to use. And it's hard sometimes for me to wrap my mind around exactly how big of an undertaking Dwarfhausen really is, and I haven't even shown off that much of it here, and I could do a whole separate video, and I might do a whole separate video just chatting about all of this. If you want to catch it live, I suggest you come and hang out on Saturdays. I'm trying to make Saturday live streams a regular routine thing, so it would be really cool if y'all wanted to come and chat and hang out. I would really appreciate it. Either way, I'll be here on Saturdays usually. Sometimes I might get a little bored and go hang out on Mad Miners, or maybe I'll go and hang out in my hardcore world over on Java Edition. But yeah, it's massive. It goes all the way down to -50, and as you can tell by the coordinates in the upper corner, we're at 110 now, and we've got winding staircases and rooms and corridors all the way down to -50, and we're planning on just filling it with tons of stuff to just explore and take in and view. There's an entire area that's going to be a village, and I'm building a giant harvest room at level 70 where it's going to be filled with crops, and it's got a giant sunlight on the inside of it, and we're building a giant interactive scavenger hunt of sorts. I don't want to spoil it, so I'm being careful on what I say, but we've got a lot planned for Dwarfhausen, and I really hope folks are as excited as I am. I feel like I've done enough talking. I've been recording for almost 40 minutes. I have no idea how long this video is going to be, because it's a lot of me excitedly rambling about all of the exciting things we've done or are going to do here on DynastySMP. And yeah, I'm really proud of everything we've done in the last 6 months, a little over 6 months, but everything we've done in this last 6-ish months. I'm really proud of everything that our community as a whole on Dynasty has done in the last 6 months, because the server looks so impressive, and I'm really, really proud of everybody, and I'm really proud of me and Rose and everything that we've done here and everything we continue to do. If you liked this video, consider giving it a like. If you have anything you want to say to me or any ideas for future builds or future projects, comment that down below. And yeah, either way, I genuinely hope everyone has a wonderful day and a beautiful tomorrow, and I will catch you in the next video. Later.